I guess, Brody, I'll start with you. Have you had a stretch like that? I know it's tough right now, but have you had a stretch like that where you've just gotten that hot from three?
Maybe once in like high school or something, AAU or something, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. The crowd being into it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So
I know that you guys are down 26 there, Darius, for you and for Brody, if you want to chime in here too. When you guys are down 26, what's the feel over there on that bench? What are the conversations like at that point?
Everybody's encouraging everybody. Like we know what we're capable of, so guys just know we got to really hone in on the defensive end first and foremost, and then offense really work for great shots. Luckily, like we got great players like Brody. We see it all the time in practices. Like Brody just catches fire out of nowhere, it just goes crazy. So for him to have a moment like that was big for us, and it was big in our comeback.
yeah, I think we have guys that care a lot want to win. So like I don't know if it's frustration, but like I think those moments where yeah, it's encouraging, like hyping each other up, but I love like our fight, like being down 26 tough, but we fought back. I'm proud of our guys.
Go ahead and take some from the media there in the room and online, Bill.
Sounds good. Yep, we'll open it up. I guess this is for both of you. Coach just commented on, you have a hot hand on the team tonight. Obviously, Brody missed one shot. Coming down to the end there, those last, 4 minutes, are you running your offense any differently? Are you still looking for the open guy? Coach just saying you guys are just looking for the open guy and still trying to execute that way. Just your comments, Darius. Brody's like that. Are you looking for him to find like, hey, there's a hot guy? Or are you still kind of just running your offense the same as you would first?
I think it's a mixture of both. Like we're still for sure looking for Brody first and foremost, like trying to get him in action, but we're also still like looking for the best possible shot. So if it's Brody and we get him wide open, then like obviously that's the best shot we can have in the possession. So I think it's a combination of both, especially down the stretch.
With being a Friday night non-conference game, the way the Liberty Arena was for Southern Miss team, who's 2-something in the Ken Palm rankings, Darius and Brody too. That's got to be a great feeling that this crowd is behind you, the fans are behind you. I'm sure that gives you a lot of encouragement and motivation for the rest of the season. What can you say about the crowd tonight?
And credit to our guys, and also credit to the fan base. Like I don't think we have a run as big as we do coming back from 26 without the fans like having to play in. So you can tell guys were kind of like on their team were kind of distraught a little bit with the crowd, and obviously it feel with us like guys were playing just a tad bit harder, executing a tad bit better, and like it obviously helps. So
Yeah, crowd was in row students, like regular season ticket people. Like, yeah, I don't think we can go on that run, or just how loud it is. We're hitting shots, we're getting stops, like down the stretch. Like, that's huge. I think that fueled our comeback, and it's huge going forward. And yeah, like we want to, like for them to support us like that, like that makes us want to win and like do everything we can to win. So definitely motivation.
And last one for Brody, for me, is how much confidence does this instill in you? You hear your teammates say all the time, he does this in practice. You've had a couple games last year, and you're second leading scorer going in, but tonight, to be able to fill it up like that, does that give you confidence in your game, or is that something you've never really lacked? You're going to play the same no matter if the ball is going in or not at this point.
Right. I mean, it's hard to say that doesn't like give you confidence. I mean, seeing the ball go in like that, but I try to have like intrinsic confidence, and especially like because of my faith, like I don't want like my confidence to be like outcome based. So like if I have to make a shot or like do something to like believe in myself, I think that's the problem. So I think like for sure, like that gives you confidence seeing the ball going like that. But I just want to trust in Jesus, like regardless of the outcome, like I want to keep that confidence.
There's the veterans in this program are accustomed to touring. I guess expected. Did we see that in the second half? That even though down 26, there was still perhaps a belief on this team that you guys
for sure, like you guys saw the fight in all of us. Like if you look at the guys who were even on the bench, like they were going berserk. After each stop, I would kind of peek down there. You see Gabriel, Bryson, Steve, JC, like all those guys going crazy. Like we believe every game we play that we're gonna win. Like you can go in the locker room and see how like guys are taking it like a loss. Kind of hard. Obviously, we work very hard. Like as you said, like we've had a lot of success, so we take a lot of pride in the work we put in. and our unity. So we lost the contact.
You think that 4-point play from the left wing because of the first throw stands bangs it. Could you think at that point, you're smiling, could you think at that point, we're gonna pull this off?
Oh, for sure. For sure. Brody still had it going at that moment. We had an electric play like that going on. Defense was really clicking on all cylinders. They made a couple tough shots during the stretch. So that was definitely, we felt like we were going to pull it out.
I think, I asked Richard this, even before you got to did you always have a gag for drawing guys? 10-5.
Not really. Maybe on like shots, just because I'm a small guard, we elevate some shots. So like obviously, people contest a shot, may land into me from time to time. But other than that, not really. Like I'm just trying to make a play. If they called it out, they called it out. I don't really play for them.
I think we've got one online from Ed Lane. Go ahead, Ed.
Darius, Richie mentioned that he didn't really have to give and didn't really give much of a fire and brimstone type speech, and that's not really his style. When you guys went from being down at half 19 or 15 and then being down 26 in the second half, was there anything tactically you guys did different, or was it more just understanding that at some point if you kept getting open looks, those shots would start to fall?
Obviously, like the game of basketball is a game of adjustments. Like you come in with a game plan, you want to execute that game plan, but you also have to play to what's going on the floor. So once we made those adjustments and like shots became a little bit more open, and like obviously we tightened things up significantly on the defensive end for that stretch. So like that kind of turned the tide for us.
I think we're good. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Thank you.